Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector.
It's Andy. She blinded me with refractors right here. Sidekick as usual.
That's right. So we are here to do another open mic night. We did it back in December, and man, we had a great turnout and lots of people wanting to be a part of it. It was just a lot of fun, right?
It was a lot of fun, and the best part, I think, and I think you probably agree, is like I know at least one person went out and started a channel after they got on here, and that's awesome. I mean, that's what it's all about. And we got to meet some new people. It was a lot of fun. I mean, because to me that's the most important thing about this entire sports card community is the interaction with people. So yeah, it was great. I'm looking forward to meeting some more.
Me too. So, and we're going to do that here in a little bit. We're going to make it where people can get in and talk with Andy and I in a little bit. First, we're going to let some people get on. And I think first we're going to talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame, because tomorrow night, Andy, man, is one of my favorite days on the baseball calendar. I cannot wait for tomorrow night when the new Hall of Fame class is announced. And I thought I'd go through it since that's my biggest part of my PC. And I think a lot of people care. Look, we got Caitlin and Eloy and oh my gosh.
Brian, got Eric, Ron Fig, Josh, 4-leaf cards, Kevin Jones.
4-leaf. Yeah, I mean, we are, here we go. So Aranya, did I see him? Yep.
Stefan, sports card fam.
So thanks guys for coming on. It's a holiday, so I was off work today. Were you off work today, Andy?
I mean, I worked a little bit this morning, but like, you know how I do things. I'm off every day. So like a half day to me is like, I mean, I think that's like a lot. So
I gotcha. Understood. So anyway, we're going to go through the Hall of Famer or the Hall of Fame ballot, I guess, so to speak, of where it stands right now and kind of talk through some things. We're going to talk about the Roids guys and all that. Are you going to watch tomorrow night when they announce the
Oh yeah, for sure.
inductees?
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be a show. There's usually like a show, kind of a pregame, I guess, where they have guys talking and debating, and I just love it.
Yeah.
Huge part of my PC is this stuff. So
I'll have my fingers crossed that Derek Jeter gets in.
He might barely make the cut.
I think he might. I think he's safe.
On the left. Which left? I guess am I on the left or are you on the left? I don't know.
I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. But I'll just assume that I'm the young guy. How about that?
Yep. Well, Eric said pants down. I'm not wearing any pants, so that doesn't even have to be a pants down thing. You don't guys need me to stand up and have to go out of the room. You'll be shocked. But
yeah.
Hey, let's get this up here. So let me do it like this. So here is, if you don't know where this spreadsheet is, just Google Hall of Fame balloting or something like that, Baseball Hall of Fame balloting, and you'll be able to see Mr. Tibbs's, it's Ryan Thibodeau is his name, and he does a great job. This is way harder than calculating anything for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, let me tell you.
Yeah, a few more ballots.
A few more ballots and lots more names. And so I wonder if I should, I don't know if I can, but let's just go through this a little bit. Let's talk about the obvious one first. I mean, Jeter, right? The only question for Jeter is he getting 100?
I've never heard anyone. Yeah, I've never heard anyone say that Jeter's not a Hall of Famer, so that's easy.
Totally agree. I got some cards here too. This is a card channel, right? So the rookie card that pretty much everybody wants. Let me do this real quick. So the rookie card that everybody wants of Jeter is the SP. Mine's a 7. And anything higher starts getting just stupid. I've had this literally for years, so I've always had just a 7. But that's okay. I'm just glad to own it, quite frankly. I'm just glad to have one. So that's
Believe
that.
it or not, for a card that's that new, that is a 7 is not a bad grade really for that card.
Well, given all the foil, right? You have so much chipping opportunities. The cards were packed like crap. I guess Sports Card Fam is saying, you didn't receive the Jeter news today? The answer is no, I didn't. So what is the Jeter news today? I don't know. So yeah, Mark Fu 3112. If you haven't watched his ballot video, he's got a few of these lying around.
Yeah, he has some really nice ones.
I've got all these Topps ones, so I got to figure out what to do. I'm going to sell them, I think, but I bought them with the intent to sell them. So I've got a bunch of those. These are just PSA 9s. Then I've got a 9 in the gold, Topps gold. It's right there-ish.
Yep. His name in the bottom's in gold.
Yep, that's a nice card. And then I do have a Gem Mint 10 in the 93 Topps as well.
That's a beauty.
And then do I have an eBay? No. If I'm going to sell it, I'm going to sell it here on my channel, and you're going to have to just trust me. If you don't trust me, then you shouldn't want to buy a card from me. But let me know if you want to buy a Derek Jeter PSA 9 Topps card. I've got plenty. Then I have to have autographs of these guys, right? So Jeter, this is an old Fleer Authentics. Remember these from back in the day?
Yeah, that's a cool one right there. Like, what year is that from, Mike? Do you know off the top of your head?
3.
Okay. I knew it was like early 2000s.
Yeah, this one's numbered 250. And then I only have 2 Derek Jeter autographs because they're so expensive. But this one is a mint 9. This is my this will be for my Hall of Fame autograph registry.
Nice.
So, thank you, JT, for that generous offer of $2 super chat for a PSA for the SP, but I'm going to politely decline that.
Sold.
And then I've got just a relic card. I got to have a relic card for these guys too. So
very cool.
I've got Jeter pretty much covered. I've got the rookie card, a couple of autographs, and this is the one that's on the registry, by the way, the SP.
It should be. Yeah.
And then, all right, so let's go back to the list here. You don't need to watch us. Y'all can just look at the list. We're still here.
The list looks better than we do.
It really does. So it's kind of hard to see too. I think it's just so small. I can't help that. But let's talk about the other 2 guys that are close right now. First one would be Larry Walker. What are your thoughts on Larry Walker?
I mean, if you look at Larry Walker, and especially if you're into a lot of the new age analytical stats, I mean, to me, Larry Walker seems like a pretty easy choice. I think, he doesn't have the eye-popping, maybe traditional stats as far as he doesn't have 500 home runs. I think he's 380 something as far as home runs.
That sounds right. But
if you look at like his, OPS, weighted runs created plus, all that stuff. I mean, all the nerdy stats. I mean, he's pretty solid in all those stats. And then he was a tremendous outfielder. I mean, if you watched him play during his playing days, he had just a tremendous arm. I can remember seeing him throw out lots of guys at third base.
Huge arm, yes, like a cannon, right?
Yeah, one of the best.
Like I think of right field arms. I think Larry Walker. I think Vlad Guerrero. I think Dave Parker. Ironically, only one of those guys is in the Hall of Fame. Roberto Clemente, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But Larry Walker should absolutely be in. So I absolutely think he should.
It's weird the path that Larry Walker has taken. I was watching MLB Network earlier, and I mean, like, he had a huge jump last year in the voting. I think he went from 20 something all the way up to in the 50s, and then now he's trending around 82, 83%.
And this is his last year on the ballot, right? So
yeah, they did talk about that, how that's kind of like a trend, I guess.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame voting.
All right. Just in recent history, literally last year, McGriff in his last year fell reasonably short. And I think McGriff's a Hall of Famer too, which now then you get kicked, to the veterans committees, and who knows on that. For Larry Walker, his registry rookie is the 90 Leaf. It's right there. I have that in a 9. 9s are just fine, as my buddy Eric would say. And then he's got the weirdest autograph, Larry Walker does. This is his 90 score rookie card. And he always signs kind of up the card. Like you can see it. It's like he turns the card and signs it or whatever, like that, I guess. And his autograph looks nothing like, you would not think it says Larry Walker at all.
He signs it vertically?
Yeah, essentially.
That's odd. Yeah, I've never seen anybody else do that.
So it's kind of cool. So I do not have a relic card of Larry Walker, so that's something I'm going to have to get if he gets in. All right, the next guy to talk about that's close right now is Mr. Schilling, Bloody Sock himself. What's your thoughts on Curt Schilling, who is in his, what year on the ballot? 8th year, so he's kind of been there too a while. What do you think?
Curt Schilling is a tough one for me because, does he deserve to be in based on his on-the-field performance? Absolutely yes. Do I despise the guy? Absolutely yes. Do a lot of people despise him? Absolutely yes. But if you're just clearly looking at what he did on the field, I think you have to put him in. And I think that's probably what should happen. I don't think, personal opinions maybe on his perspective on certain issues should probably come into it. But, we're humans and the voters are as well. So I think that definitely has affected him thus far. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Yes. Silly that has had as much of an impact as it has, but it has for sure. I think without that would have already been in several years ago, quite frankly.
Yeah. If Twitter didn't exist, Curt Schilling would have been in several years ago.
Yes. He's at 79% right now. So he's going to be, only 51% of the ballots are known, I should say. So half. So, and usually the trend is, people drop pretty significantly
right
between what we know and then what comes in at the very end.
I expect it to be very close for Schilling. I think Walker will get in. I think Walker will dip a little bit from where he's at right now, but I think Schilling is going to be, it's going to be just really dicey for him.
So everybody knows Jeter's getting in. Do you think Walker gets in? Like, do you really think?
I think he will. I think it's going to be close, but I think it'll be even closer for Schilling, whether it's, he barely gets in or he barely misses. I think Walker, if I was just going to throw out a number, I'm just going to say Walker gets like 78%.
Okay. I'd be at around 76, but I do think Walker will get in, and I think Jeter gets in. I do not think anyone else will.
Okay, so you don't think Schilling will? Okay.
I do not. Although I'd like to see him in. I think he should be in. I don't think. I think the voters are just being.
Well, here's the thing: is like I said earlier, we're all people, right? We're all humans. We all have these emotions, and one of his really bad tweets was basically directed at the writers. So that's going to play a part in it. Whether they say it does or not, that's just human nature that it will. I believe.
I just got a text from Ray asking me if we doing open mic night, and he's in the comments. Like, of course we're doing open mic.
Yes, Ray. We are.
So, Ray, and by the way, Ray from Philly and This Baseball Card Life, they did a great video last week, I guess it was, about this very topic. So if you don't, it's on, I think, Ray's channel. They did a great analysis and talking through it, kind of like we are. So Schilling stuff, by the way, Schilling's rookie card, if he gets in, I hope he does, but if he doesn't, we'll wait till next year. But it's really cool. He only has, in the era of junk wax, he only has one rookie card, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
the 89 Donruss. So I have that in a 9. Notice I only have 9s. There's a reason for that, because they cost 1/10 of the price of a 10.
Well, 89 Donruss is so condition sensitive. I mean, those 10s are tough.
Yeah, black border centering on 89 Donruss is shockingly bad.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have figured it out in the millions and millions that they printed, but they didn't. Let's see. Yeah, I saw your vote, Michael.
Oh, thank you, Bob Lewis. That's not going to cover it, by the way, but that's a start.
Yeah. If y'all knew what Andy was charging me to be on this live stream, y'all would be shocked. So here's my Schilling autograph in my collection that it's going to be used for the registry, and it's a mint 9 too. But I love these old. Remember these Leaf autographs? I mean, this was such a great set.
Yeah, is that from? 96. Is that 96?
I think it's 96. Golly, I'm so freaking old. Yeah, 96 Leaf, and like Rivera has a great auto in here, and so many cool stuff. But that's my Schilling autograph, and then I have a cool 5-star autograph of Kurt Schilling.
So here's a question for you, Mike. Like, let's just assume that Schilling does get in. Which team do you think he would go in with?
It has to be Boston. Well, it could be Arizona.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Like, I would say Boston too, but I mean, I don't think it's just necessarily a slam dunk, because I'm not aware of like what his, because he's a very outspoken guy, so I'm not real sure of what his relationship is with each franchise. So,
well, you know how it works, how the hat gets chosen?
No, how?
So the Hall of Fame has the final choice.
Okay.
Of what hat people wear, and the player has, I'll call it, significant input into that process. But at the end of the day, the Hall of Fame gets to decide. I wanted to go in as a Yankee, and they put him in as a Padre. And
okay.
And yes, to everybody who's just joining us, tomorrow night is the announcement it'll be on the MLB Network. I think it's 7:00 Central. Does that sound right? Maybe 6:00 Central. I can't remember. I'll just be watching it from like 2 in the afternoon on. So tomorrow's like a holiday for me. So I've made sure that.
Thanks for upping it, Phil.
We're now 1/50th of the way to paying Andy's fee
right
here. But
I like Mark's comment too. He's calling it the Boggs rule.
Right there.
Yeah.
What's the Boggs rule?
I'm assuming he was talking about the hat thing.
Oh yeah. Good point. Yeah,
that's a great, fantastic close-up picture of Mark, by the way.
The one right. Let me find it again. That one.
Yeah. Tremendous. That's worth the price of admission.
Let's now switch to quick, kind of finishing up this Hall of Fame talk. Then we'll start letting you guys. We'll send you the link. Here's how this works, by the way. It's open mic night. Let me just refresh. There's 60 more people than were in here earlier. So it's open mic night. If you want, you need to put your address in the comments down below. If you're willing to share your email address, I'm willing to send you the link. Andy will talk, and we'll just let you come on with us and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can ask us questions. We can talk about the Hall of Fame, whatever you guys want to do. So that's what we're going to do after we finish this next topic, which is, all right, Schilling, Walker, Jeter, right? Let's put them aside then we got all the juicers, right? And so
this is not controversial at all, Mike.
Everybody thinks it's a no-brainer, but
yeah.
So I guess I'll go first on this one. Make myself the village idiot that everybody thinks I am anyway. But Bonds, Clemens, yes, they are Hall of. Yes, 7 Cy Youngs for Clemens, 7 MVPs for Bonds. I'm sorry. Yes, they are Hall of Famers. I don't even know why it's even a question. There are already cheaters in. I promise you there are. Quote, if you think that taking steroids is cheating, and it will, they were using performance enhancing drugs. But it was an era, and you have to look at the era, and they were the two best players at their positions in that era, bar none, no question. Bonds is the best player I've ever seen play. Period. Paragraph. I've never seen a better player than Barry Bonds. And yes, Irod is in. Yes, one of my favorite players, Ivan Rodriguez, likely used steroids. And so,
I mean, anyone in that's already in from that era is suspect at best.
right. I've always taken the position, and this, I don't know if you'll agree with me on or not, Andy. Did Derek Jeter use steroids? Did Larry Walker? Maybe. Probably not, but I don't know. We don't know. I don't know that they didn't. I wasn't with them every day. Nobody was. We don't know. Anybody that played during that era is completely clean. And if you can't know they're all clean, then you either let them in or don't. You either just say, all right, they're all suspect, just like you just said, because we can't know 100% that someone's clean or not. And so you either wipe out that entire era of baseball history, which I think is stupid, or you go, look, in the era, who are the best players in that era, like you should during the dead ball era or the 60s when they raised the mound. And there's always eras, and so you just have to keep that in mind. What's your thoughts on that? Am I crazy?
I mean, do I like cheaters? No, but like you stated, there are probably a lot of cheaters already in, and we didn't catch some of those guys. And this is kind of like, we talked about this a little bit earlier, like, during the mid to late 90s, right, when all this home run stuff was going on, McGwire, Sosa, all those guys, like, nobody had a problem with this until people started getting caught. And I think if we all want to be honest with ourselves as baseball fans, we kind of knew it was going on, right? I mean, some of these guys, like I was saying, Barry Bonds, I mean, he shows up one year looking like the Incredible Hulk. And, I didn't hear too many people complaining about him at that time, when he was in the World Series hitting home run. I mean, like, now all of a sudden everybody kind of wants to get on him, which I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I'm just saying, like, they did a lot for baseball during that time period. They kind of brought it back, and, nobody had a problem then.
So I'm going to just go through the juicers real quick, and you say yes or no they should be in.
Okay.
Let me get to the list here. And these are guys that are still on the ballot, because I think McGwire should be a Hall of Famer. I think Rafael Palmeiro should be a Hall of Famer, and they're off the ballot. So Barry Bonds.
Yeah, Barry Bonds for sure.
Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
Jason Giambi.
No.
So far, I'm agreeing with you. Like, I'll tell you if I differentiate from your opinion.
Andy Pettitte. Man, he's close. Like, for me, he's kind of like a Schilling guy,
but not as good, right?
Well,
so
without the resume, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say he's like a borderline guy.
Okay.
He's not going to get in, but
Manny Ramirez, and don't forget that
Manny for sure.
Okay, because Eric's on the live stream here, so.
I knew Eric was over here. I got to say yes for Manny.
I would say yes for Manny too. One of the best players I've ever seen. Just crazy.
Period.
Sheffield, Gary Sheffield.
Yes.
500 home runs. That's it for Sosa is still on the ballot.
So, yeah, I mean, like, it's weird because, yes, he should, but even as a Cubs fan, I don't like Sosa. Which,
interesting.
That may surprise people, but
why is that?
I think it's really the same problem I have with a guy like Palmeiro. It's just the way that he acted, like, whenever all this stuff came out, like, all of a sudden he can't speak English at all. I mean, just absurd. All right, Sean, I'll try to tone it down a bit. Yeah, I mean, like, I did not like the way that Palmeiro and Sosa handled it specifically. And I mean, you can make arguments for other guys as well, but those two guys just really, I don't know, something about the way they handled it just really, Palmeiro with the finger pointing and Sosa pretending he can't speak English.
But again, isn't this about what they did on the field?
It is.
I mean,
I said yes on Sosa. I just said I don't like him.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, can you please keep it clean on the comments, man? No cussing, please.
And there have been some good points in the comments as far as McGuire and Sosa saving baseball, which, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That season.
Zero question. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about a couple of kind of surprises to me on the ballot this year. First one is Scott Rowland, man. Scott Rowland has 48% of the vote right now, which if you would have told me that, I would have just thought you were joking. If you would have told me that before I looked at this. What's kind of the most surprising thing to you?
Well, I mean, like we kind of talked about that a little earlier, and it's not anything against Scott Rowland. It's just some of the guys that are like way below him. Like he's got over double what Andrew Jones has.
Yeah.
Which
more than Manny, more than Gary Sheffield. I mean, it's ridiculous. More than Billy Wagner. That's
okay with me. You know how I feel about closers.
You guys and your closers.
I'm anti-closer.
Rowland's more than Helton. So that just surprised me. That's all. Not that's, again, nothing against Scott Rowland. When I saw that, I went and looked at his baseball reference page. I was severely not impressed. I'm really
solid. I mean, he was a solid player. Nothing spectacular, though.
It's not the Hall of Solid.
Yeah, he doesn't just jump out at you.
I just think they should get in. Somebody's asking, do I think Todd Helton will make a good run to get in the Hall eventually? He's a borderline guy for me. I wouldn't be mad if he got in, but I don't know. But yeah,
he would have to be a Veterans Committee guy, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I think he was very beloved by the league. Like the other players, he had a huge respect in the league, I think, and that matters when you get to the Veterans Committee. Look at this guy, Harold Baines, right?
He to me, Helton has a couple of things working against him. Like his stats, like his career stats, don't just like completely jump out at you, and he has the Coors Field effect going against him as well.
Right.
Make my comment big.
There you go, Stefan. Your 15 seconds of fame. Yeah, I wanted to bring this up. Bill, the Hall of Fame collector. If anybody knows Hall of Fame stuff, it's going to be Bill.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That had one vote, and it was Jeter, and that's it. That guy should be like, all right, let me take your vote away. How many 600 home run guys are not in the Hall of Fame? That would be one. That would be Sammy Sosa. Oh, not true. Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame. Neither is Albert Pujols. So I take that back. There's a few, but okay. Do you think? Well, Beltran, maybe not now. Under all the cheating scandal, but.
Well, I mean, we just talked about cheaters that should get in. So,
maybe
we can't be hypocritical and hold cheating against Beltran, right?
Good point.
But he doesn't have the stats those other guys do either.
No, I don't think Andrew Jones has a chance. Sorry,
but I think he should be in. But I think you're right. He doesn't have a chance.
If he's in, it's not only. He was such a good defensive center fielder, right? I mean, he was so good.
Oh, I mean, if you listen to some of his pitchers talk, I mean, he was the best ever. And I mean, he had some good pitchers.
He did.
Vintage Card Steve, I just want to say this real fast, Mike. This doesn't have anything to do with this, but Vintage Card Steve has a great channel, and that is one of the channels that I've discovered through other people's, like Hall of Fame votes and stuff like that. Like I saw his channel, like he had commented and made a video and stuff, and so I checked out his channel. He's got some great stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So check him out. So that was a good 30 minutes on the Hall of Fame. You ready to do some open mic? You ready to get some people in here to join us?
Let's get some people in here that are a little bit smarter than us, which that should be pretty easy.
Like everybody in the comment section has already fulfilled that requirement, right?
Yes. So everyone's eligible.
Who is anybody out there want to come on with us? What you need to do is put your, if you're willing to share it, put your email in the. I need to get like a burner phone where people could like call in. We could have like a call-in show, and that'd be fun. But this will be just as fun. But you need to have a camera. You need to be able to get on with us, and you have to show your face. So if you're ugly, well, they're going to be better than us.
We're ugly, so we can't say anything about that.
So put your email in the comments. We'll send you a link, and you can come join us. You see all the people putting their emails in, Andy. It's like, man, we can hardly keep up. That was sarcasm because nobody wants to come on with us, I guess.
Yeah.
It's going to be a closed mic night because nobody wants to come.
Scott said burger phone. Is that like a banana phone?
No, burner, like burner phone. National Show Weekly. So like the Cardboard Kid's saying National Show Weekly. Does that mean you want us to do a show about the National? Eric would love us for doing that. That would be fun. There's John, Hitman 23. I mean, I say that all the time. John, 3000 Hitman.
Yeah.
All right. We got, all right. I'm going to send this to Sean.
That's an interesting comment by Schmidt Collector. If you can put that one up.
Well, I can't do two things at once.
You're doing okay. I'll just read it. He said, my friend and I were talking about Schilling being in the hall today, and he said Tommy John should get in before Schilling.
Really? Why?
I would say your friend is wrong, but that's just my opinion.
I'm just curious what the argument would be.
Maybe the surgery. I mean.
Uh-oh, Ray wants to come on too. God help us. Ooh, Joey wants to come on. Let's see. Where did Stefan wants to come on? Okay, hold on. Now I can't keep up. Shoot.
Phil says Soto's the GOAT. Ed says Juan Soto is better than dead guys. I would agree with that.
Oh, goodness. I can't type fast enough.
People really hate Schilling. You're right about that, Ed. Jim F., good evening to you too, sir.
Here, answer that question for Dave because that's a good question.
In our lifetime, will Pete Rose ever get inducted? I will say no.
I have to say no, too, although he should be in.
And I think that goes for everyone that's alive right now, regardless of their age. I just don't see it. I don't see Pete Rose getting in.
Hold on, guys. All the guys. And we're only going to have kind of explain the rules that we're going to do here.
David Bruno says, I think Pete will get in once he dies. That's
what's the point of that? I don't understand that.
I mean, that's I don't understand that either, but he could be onto something there. I don't necessarily think that he's wrong.
I want to answer this question. New York Yanks fan 7, who's lined up for the next episode of Beyond Cardboard? Well, I tried to get New York Yanks fan 7 to do it, but he wants to maintain his anonymity.
So you're calling him out.
Well, he was the one that wrote the question.
Well, he was asking who was next. He didn't say.
But we are we're going to have So I'm gonna have a new co-host on Beyond Cardboard. It's gonna be Mark Food 3112. He's gonna co-host that show with me. Andy's my guy on Open Mic Night. Mark's wants to do the Beyond Cardboard. We're gonna have the John Mangini collection. John is gonna be on a week from yesterday, next Sunday night.
That'll be cool. I would definitely like to see Mark on there with you.
There you go. You're gonna get to. All right, I'm sending links to people. Why didn't that work? Damn it.
I'm trying to read here. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone in the comments say that they think that Rose will get in. Eric says, imagine if Rose got in 20 years ago, nobody would talk about him anymore. That's a fair point.
It is.
He really gets all the press now for not being in, way more than he would if he was in.
All right, I'm working on my links.
Cardi C says, get a millennial in there to run the tech ship.
God, no doubt. Please. No doubt.
Ken's Cardboard says Rose is in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. Oh, that's good.
And wasn't he in the top? Remember in 1999 they did I can't remember what it was, celebrating
the all-time team.
Yeah,
I think he was, right, because didn't he get like some kind of special exemption to like show up at the park?
Yep.
Yeah, it was something like that.
All right.
Dave, I got to read this one real fast. Dave's midlife card crisis. He said, I'm just going to show up the next episode and be in the background going through the beast, throw an occasional comment during the interview.
Come on, Dave. You know
how to be hilarious.
Dave knows how to get to my house. He's been here more than anyone else.
All Century team. That's what it was. Eddie's baseball autograph said that. Yeah.
I have sent Sean a link and I have sent Stefan a link. So check your junk mail. We're going to only have 2 extra guys on at a time just to keep it from turning into a giant cacophony of crap.
Yeah. Okay, so Jay says that Rose is going to be in eventually. Bonds and Clemens getting in soon. Okay, well, it's possible. I mean, I think it was Eric earlier that said though that it's a lifetime ban. So that would have to be. I don't even know what is the process for even overturning something like that. Has it ever happened?
No.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't aware of it ever happening.
Yep. I got a good question here from Ryan.
How is the new mantle doing?
Doing great.
Do you like sleep with it under your pillow or anything?
Nope, it's in the safe.
Okay.
Any steroids guys get in? We already talked about that, but I mean, that's okay. I like the question. Yes. They'll all get in eventually. It'll be interesting to see, like, what's A-Rod's next year, I think? Or 2 years?
I'm not sure.
Next year, A-Rod, I think, and then the year after, I think it's Big Papi. Those will be 2 interesting ones. Of course, our Colorado guy's asking if Larry Walker's going to make it. Both Andy and I think that he is going to make it.
I think so.
So
here's a question for people in the comments. Who is hated more in baseball, Bonds or A-Rod?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I know, right? That's
a really
for both of those guys.
What's going on, guys?
Well, we can't see you.
I don't know what's going on here.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
What's up?
You're looking good, buddy.
Yeah, you look great.
Like my tan?
I do. Yeah, you look good.
I don't know why my webcam's not working on my like it says it's on.
All right, so we're getting some votes for the A-Rod versus
yeah, I see. Bonds, yeah, it's kind of 50-50 so far.
It is. Okay, here's a great. So Big Harv's asking, hated by players, public, or media? So just public, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Public. That's kind of what I was going for.
All right, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm gonna try to get them.
I'm going to do a lifetime ban from open mic night if you.
Oh no, the first ever lifetime ban.
I'm telling you, I don't know what's happening here. It says everything's working fine. It says you're in the show. Enjoy. Everyone can see you. No, they can't.
No one can see you.
I sent a link to Stefan too, but maybe he left. He thought that I wasn't going to talk to him.
Do you want to possibly maybe have Sean get out and try to get in again?
Yeah, just get out, Sean, and then
Okay.
close the browser and try it again.
Yeah.
We'll see if Sean comes back. I'm interested if you come on the stream. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Who's getting in the Hall of Fame? And again, tomorrow night is just. I cannot wait. I'm so.
I know this is like for you. Is this probably more exciting than the Super Bowl for you?
That's easily true. Absolutely.
Really? Okay. Okay.
Hello, Hunter. Yeah, definitely way more important to me than the Super Bowl.
David Bruno, yes, I did watch the game between Houston and OKC today, and that was pretty amazing. We came back from like 20 points to win. Still love Westbrook, but hey, I love the name on the front of the jerseys more than the back. Let's just put it that way.
Can we talk about how 18-year-old
Once.
Let's not give him too much credit yet. 18-year-old. All right, turn down your we look like two monkeys humping a football here, don't we, Andy?
Yeah, that is a you got a lot of swag coming in with that name tonight. You're a confident man, Stefan.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, I was absolutely pulling for the Packers as well, and it was just a complete crap show.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Confused. You must be a Packers fan.
I'm the real goat, okay?
Yeah.
You know,
Actually working okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
That actually
might. Was gonna work.
Oh my God, what a comment.
Don't tell Julie. Y'all don't tell Julie.
All right, Stefan. So what are your thoughts on the Baseball Hall of Fame? Like, who do you think is going to get in?
Well, Jeter, obviously.
Yeah.
Larry Walker should be.
Do you think he will, though?
I think he should. I don't think he does, though.
No.
Because of Colorado.
No.
Okay.
I don't think he should be in.
Is that Peyton?
Yes.
Hey, are you coming to my house next Saturday?
Yes. I think so.
All right, I'll see you next.
All right, what about
Last
Kurt Schilling?
Kurt Schilling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I think he should go in as a Diamondback
Nah.
if he goes in.
No.
Okay.
But I think he should be in. I think he's good enough to be in.
Red Sox. He's gonna get another Red Sox fan.
And then,
All right.
And then, do you love him or do you hate him?
Who, Schilling?
Yeah.
Oh, Schilling's a gamer. I like him.
Okay.
He's a good player.
Absolutely.
Sean, what's up, buddy?
I'm also
Hey, man. I'm finally on here. I had to switch over to my phone. For some reason, my computer's not working properly.
Yeah.
Not very many people know, but I'm actually from Arizona. So I got to watch the Diamondbacks win the World Series.
Sweet.
I lived there at that time.
All right, Sean. So jump in, man. Who do you think is going to get in the Hall of Fame?
I think Jeter is a shoo-in. I think he's going to go unanimous. I know a lot of people don't think so, but I just think he's kind of the poster child for baseball. Outside of his A-Rod drama. But yeah, I think he will. And as far as the rest of the ballot, I have no idea, man. The Hall of Fame is they're so finicky. So it's like when you think guy like Schilling's perfect example. Yeah, has he said some stupid stuff and got people riled up? For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're supposed to be by stats and playing days, the guy should be in without a question. So the rest of the ballot's a little questionable to me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about tomorrow. It'd be awesome just to see a few surprises sneak in there that are some bigger names that have been denied in the past, but I don't think it'll happen.
Where are you at on Larry Walker?
I think he should be in. I think he's a solid player. To me, Walker's kind of like a Freddie Freeman or an Anthony Rizzo. Great stats, never was that crazy superstar, but he just gets it done. He was there, he played, he had great, like I said, great stats, great seasons, and was a reliable player. I think those guys are what I always refer to on my channel as sneaky great. They kind of fly under the radar, but they deserve way more than gets thrown their way.
Yeah. Okay, this will be for both of you guys. Like, have you guys looked at the numbers so far as the percentages of votes that people are getting?
I have not.
No.
Neither one of you have.
No.
No.
Is there anybody on the ballot this year that you think has no chance of getting in that should get in?
Huh.
I
That's a
don't
tough one.
I'm all about the tough questions.
I mean,
He's a steroid guy.
Are you thinking like the guys that are from like the 80s? Like, because all of them.
Yeah.
I'm a juicer fan. I think steroids saved baseball.
That was the best time in baseball, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
So,
Strike in 96.
You guys are
those guys saved it.
You guys are both pro steroids, right?
Absolutely. I got my needle in my pocket right now.
my opinion, you still got to hit the ball. So
Right.
they didn't know what was coming. They just, they're a little stronger. That's all.
The Astros was coming.
Dad. Good
Well,
point.
we were having this debate at my LCS the other day about steroids, and a guy was in there and he was talking to me about it and saying, making the argument a lot of people make that steroids don't make you that much better. And then I say to him, well, how come all the ones who have the greatest seasons ever are the ones we catch on steroids?
Well, I mean, D. Gordon.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
D. Gordon.
I mean, steroids doesn't necessarily translate to power.
Well, it heightens everything. I mean,
Right. Okay, this is going to be a tough one for you guys because you guys have both of you said you're pro steroids, right?
Yep.
So let's just say we're just going to use Barry Bonds as the example here because you both think Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Now, let's say Barry Bonds on steroids, right? Let's say he also knew what pitches were coming, like the Astros guys.
Yeah.
Still get in both of those things.
No.
I think it's a little loaded in his favor in that at that moment.
Okay.
Then he has like 140 home runs that season.
All right. I just had to get somebody to say no to Bonds.
Well, I think
He
some
knows
of
what's coming, that's
the
one
baseball
thing.
greats were on steroids. If you look back in history, I mean, I'm a huge Roger Maris fan, but an argument could be made that Maris was on steroids, even though he's not a Hall of Fame player. And what was going on with Mantl's hip in '61? You know what I mean?
I
Interesting.
mean, now Trout's on steroids. So, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just juice them all up and see where this goes. I want to see 150-mile-an-hour fastball.
Steroids equals views.
Yeah, just make them all steroids. But hey, Scott, Big D for life. I just sent you the link if you want to come in. Throw in your.
Yeah. Bring a Dallas fan in here. Come on. They're my favorite.
Of course, I'm going to favor a Cowboys fan to come in here. Are you kidding? Yes.
I forgot you're a Dallas fan.
Yeah, you've already got a Dallas fan in here. I don't know if we can handle two of you.
But that would also mean I have to kick out the Packers fan.
Stained glass for two.
Hey, Mike, isn't being a Dallas fan kind of like being a Cubs fan? We carried that motto forever. There's always next year.
We have 5 Super Bowl titles. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we had some World Series titles. They were just a little bit of time in
Dallas
between them.
fans, here's a good question for you. Does Dak sign? I think no.
Does
Why
what?
would they do it?
I don't think the Cowboys bring Dak back. I don't think they're going to come to an agreement.
They're gonna.
They are. Absolutely.
No way.
I think they will.
Yeah, they will.
What other option do they have?
I think they sign Brady.
Whoa.
Calling him now, Brady 2 years.
Scott says he can't come. He's in bed with my wife. Like, that's turn your camera on right now. What are you talking about? Like, that's the best.
Oh, okay. He's in bed with his wife. Okay, that's better.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah, if he was in bed with my wife, I'd have to run in the other room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Um,
Sean, here's the deal. As a Cubs fan myself, I have a feeling that we could end up like the Cowboys fans. Like 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about, yeah, you remember when we won that World Series?
But I'm hanging on to it every year. It doesn't matter. I got that one for life.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they
I'm
can't
already
take it away.
prepared for that. We're only 3 years out of title contention, and now we're already rebuilding. It's pretty ugly at this point, but we've had 108 years to brace ourselves for impact. So I'm all right
Always
with
next year.
it. Exactly.
Always
We're-
next year.
And it's always next year is going to be the Super Bowl.
I always joke about being here in Indiana. You got, the Cubs fans and Notre Dame fans are a lot like Dallas Cowboy fans. Every year we're bragging like nobody's business. We're going to win it all. We're going to be untouchable. About halfway through the season, there's always next year, guys. We're just trying to get to trades.
Yeah.
It's all about that draft pick.
Yep.
Who's going to come in to save the franchise?
Yeah. So what's your as a Cubs fan, Andy, what do you think is going to happen with Bryant this year? I know he's got, basically 1 year of arbitration, but you think he's going to be gone?
I do, and I mean, I hate that, but I don't really know if they have a lot of choice because they've made so many bad signings, with Darvish and guys like that, and Jason Hayward. They've just spent too much money on guys like that. They just don't have the money to re-sign some of the studs.
Yeah, I think he's going to go to Atlanta.
You think it'll be a trade?
Yeah, I guess he met with Atlanta a couple weeks ago or something, right before they released Donaldson.
Okay.
I'm not
So-
making this
Yeah, I think he's going to be in Atlanta, but I'm okay with it. I am a fan, but I think he was pretty overrated. If you look at his production numbers, I'm a huge Rizzo fan. Everybody knows that, but his numbers weren't better than Rizzo's.
No.
I mean, they were right there, 30, 31 home runs, batting, 280. It's like, man, for the money you're paying that guy, we need a stick.
Yeah, he's a really good player, but yeah, he's not what we thought he would be.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping they'd go make some of these big picks, man, when they were talking Mookie Betts on the market. That'd be an awesome addition right there.
Good, yeah. I'd sign off on that deal.
Yeah. Let's get Betts, get Lindor, call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know we don't hang on to pitchers anyway, so we don't even need to try to go after them.
No, definitely not.
We'll get them 2 years out of retirement.
I wish we could get Ed Weskergriff in here to talk about it, but he doesn't have a smartphone. So
Ed doesn't have a smartphone?
Working with that flip, I think I got one in my safe, an old one.
hey,
Ed, you need hooked up?
he's totally good with it. He's a good dude. Ed's Hall of Famer.
I'm just saying, I can hook him up with an iPhone. No cost. I'll just mail it to you. You just got to switch it over.
Could be like a Jabs family care package. He just gets an iPhone.
Exactly. You just got to send me the best baseball card in your collection, and then don't pay attention to eBay 3 weeks later.
Don't forget to do the subscription too.
Dang.
Is that a low blow?
Ed did make a great point here. Manfred's scared of the players union, as they should be. Like, I don't think people realize how powerful the MLB players union really is. It's a force, and they're going to protect the players. So,
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I have a question for you guys. This might be my baseball lack of knowledge. How come the players union has never stepped up against the Hall of Fame writers for some of these guys that should be in, like a Pete Rose? You know, he got in trouble while he was coaching, not playing. And
Okay.
they have two separate inductions. You can get inducted as a manager or a player. Why can't they separate?
Because you got it ass backwards there. The commissioner's office, Bart Giamatti is the one. I mean, it was Major League Baseball that suspended him. So,
Yeah, but can't the writers write him in on a ballot?
they used to. He used to get write-in votes back in the day when he was quote unquote eligible in terms of service time, and he was written in on some votes. What's up, Peyton?
Okay.
He says, let's get some more folks in here because I don't want this to go like hours or something. I love y'all.
No worries, guys. Sorry about the mess up at the beginning.
It's all
You're
good.
Anybody else want to come in? I need your email in the comments. I will send you a link. I finally got that
I got a
figured out.
question for you, Mike.
What's that?
I got a question for you.
Ask away.
If Jeter plays for the Rockies, is he a shoe-in like he is right now?
Of course not.
No.
Good answer.
He doesn't win.
All
all
right,
the-
guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Sean, I'll see you, brother.
See you guys.
See, Sean.
But Stefan, he didn't play.
No. That's why we question.
So everyone
Played for the Rockies.
is probably driving, so he won't be able to get in here. What about you, Gunsy? Why don't you come in here, man? Here, I'll send Guns the link. He'll see if he wants to come. But no cussing. You can drink on my channel, but no cussing.
Peyton, no cussing.
Yeah, watch it, Peyton.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we got Peyton here.
Now they're going to mark this for kids.
Yeah.
Hope you weren't planning on monetizing this.
Well, I don't care.
I mean, we're already in trouble because there's literally proof that kids are watching.
You don't have to know enough about baseball, man. You can just come in and hang out. So, yes. Snoop's got probably he's driving. So we got the National coming up. Man, what, 200 days?
Is that what it is? The countdown?
It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Stefan, are you going this year?
Of course.
Awesome.
Making it a yearly thing now.
Yeah.
Have to after last year.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
My wife's going this year.
Oh goodness. Everybody's so mad at me because I don't
Yes,
think
she's thrilled.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's like that was her idea, right? To
Oh yeah, absolutely.
family trip to the National.
Perfect place to go.
Just what she wanted to do for a vacation.
I heard it's easy traveling over there. It's easy to get everywhere.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh,
You just fly into Philadelphia. What is it, like a 45-minute drive or something like that? No problem.
How do y'all hear what folks are saying without reverb? Usually it's because, like, you got to be careful if it's on a phone, but Andy and I are using webcams and they're designed to not catch the echo.
That's what I'm using too. I was kind of wondering about that actually, too.
Yeah. Eloy's got a good point. I think there's a lot of guys that are doing Airbnbs that are just getting 5-6 guys together and renting a house. I think that's pretty dang smart, really. All right.
It's smart if you're friends with 4 other people.
Well, aren't you?
I would like to hope so.
He's not sure. He's counting right now. He's like, well, you're like counting. You're like, well, okay. I don't really like that guy that much.
Well, I don't need the second hand.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, there he is. Bam.
What up? What up?
Like
Jimmy
that.
Guns in the house.
Sitting here watching you guys putting some cards in some sleeves.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't see any chat though, so anybody typing in chats I can't see. Maybe I'll pop it up on my computer.
Just click the live comment. Should be able to. Don't know how live it is.
What kind of cards are you sorting tonight?
Oh, just vintage.
Oh,
64 tops. Very nice.
We got some real good condition. Bunch of pack fresh looking stuff.
Nice.
Let me try and throw the chat up though.
Okay. $20
So yeah,
drink.
I wasn't sure about going to national this year. I really wanted to, but wasn't sure about it. But I've been talking with Canadian Cards. I think we might link up. So it's looking like I'm gonna make it again.
Mike's a good dude.
Yeah, yes.
All right, Stefan, I got some more guys coming in.
It was fun while it lasted.
I love you, man.
all good things come to an end, my friend.
We'll see you later on in the week.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
See you guys. Thanks for hopping on.
Are you kicking me out? Or I gotta
Good.
leave?
I'm kicking you out.
Oh gosh.
Michael,
So-
let me say that.
Every time.
I'm glad you're going to the national, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's gonna be good times. I mean, I had so much fun last time and getting to meet everybody. I mean, it's just there's nothing like it, man.
Have you been to Atlantic City before, Jimmy?
Never. I'm gonna have to get my bail money together just in case.
Yeah. See, I've been to like 7 or 8 nationals, but I've never been to Atlantic City either. So this will be my first time going there.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up missing at least one day at the national, just being hungover and getting my life together.
Yeah. A reflection
From the
day.
night before.
So here's a question from Mark. We'll let Jimmy answer it first. What are you planning on picking up at the national if you attend?
Man, I gotta finish that 54 Bowman set. So I'm pretty sure that 54 Bowman set, the completion is gonna be what I'm going with.
I think you're froze up, Jimmy.
Uh-oh. Well, my smartphone's not too smart.
We can still hear you, but you're just kind of frozen on the screen, which is fine.
There you go. Mark Food 3112 says strippers don't count. What you're trying to pick up. At the...
Oh dang!
Andy,
I am
what about
frozen.
you?
All sideways.
That's a great question, Mark, and I don't really have an answer for that yet. I'm kind of like, when it comes to the national, like throughout the entire year, I can stay like pretty well focused. But when I get there, there's just like sensory overload, and I tend to kind of venture into some uncharted territories from time to time. So,
Oh yeah.
what about you, Mike?
I kind of just blew my wad a week ago on 51 Bowman Mickey Mantle rookie card.
Yeah, you'll have it built back up by then.
No, I'm thinking. God, what was I thinking? I don't know, man. It might change by then. I mean, it's something vintage, I'm sure. Some nice card or cards.
Well, I'm still going to be looking for that Walter Payton rookie autograph. That's the holy grail card that I want, that I need for my Walter Payton rookie collection.
Great
Trying
card.
to get 34 Walter Payton rookie cards, one of them being an autograph.
So CD Collector 31, put your email here and I will send you the link. We've got a new guy. I don't know that we've had CD Collector 31 on before.
I don't think so.
This is Guns' first time on here too. So
Let's see what people are saying over here.
We do know this guy.
Bill,
Am I-
the collector.
Am I working?
Yeah.
All right, good.
What up? What up?
What's up, man?
Oh, Jeremy too. Oh man.
It's your world, man. We're just living in it.
You
So
guys got-
who do you have getting into the Hall of Fame, Bill?
Oh man, it's the best time of the year, right? For sure, Jeter, of course, you know, and Larry Walker's one of those guys. I think he should have been in earlier. So I think he's going to get in. The only thing that's weird about these riders is that, like, the very progressive guys, the guys that are pro steroids and those things, they'll vote. Bonds, Clemens, like right now, like they're sitting good. They're 75% or so, right on the border. They were like that in previous years, and then these guys that don't make their things public, they just, you don't know who votes, but then they drop to 50%. So, but did you guys go over like what the Hall of Fame actually tells the riders to vote on?
Not really.
Enlighten
I
us.
have no idea.
Because the according to Baseball's Hall of Fame's website, it says specifically to the baseball writers, it says voting shall be based on the player's record, playing ability, integrity, sportsmanship, character, and contributions to the teams on which the player played. So right there, if it was just player's record and ability, I mean, right there, you can, without a doubt, get all that steroid stuff away. The records are there, the abilities are there. But when you start entering specifically integrity, sportsmanship, and character, that's where the hiccup. That's where everything is.
Yeah.
What do you do as a writer? Do you?
Would you put Bonds and Clemens in, Bill?
Yeah, no doubt.
They have
And what
to.
about
be.
you? Yes.
Well,
No,
okay.
like
Here's
I said earlier in chat, I think that for 1 year they should get rid of the 16 year. After 16 years you can't be voted in. They should get rid of that for 1 year and do a special year and get everybody in who's been snubbed. Allow people to vote for certain people. That way, I mean, when you got Roger Maris not in or what Mattingly's not in, I mean that's a good way to get them in. I just don't see how they're going to go through their history without having some of those guys in, period. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. A lot about sports don't make sense to me, though.
Yeah, I think they'll they have the special veterans committee things, and they bring back the eras. So I think Maris, like Munson was on one recently. They'll have their chance. If Walker doesn't get in, he'll be down the road in that new modern era list eventually.
I had no idea they did that. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, did you know your hat's crooked?
No, I think my head's just crooked. The hat's on right.
This is a good comment right here. Kevin Jones said, "How the heck did Ty Cobb get in then?"
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question, right?
It is.
Does anybody have an answer for that?
No. Got some.
He got more votes than Babe Ruth and all them. He was actually the highest vote getter in first class.
But I mean, like back at that time, did they consider character and integrity and stuff like that back then?
I don't know.
So the sports card fam said, "So is Altuve going to be a Hall of Famer?"
Mm-hmm.
He's on track. He's on track.
I think that's what he's talking about with their way out with all this going on. That could be the way to make sure he don't.
Yeah, you guys mentioned Beltran too. Beltran's definitely not helping his case right now with this stuff going on.
Yep.
Well, Triple Crown said integrity in 1936 and integrity in 2020 are two different things. That's true.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Different time for sure.
All right, let's pop somebody else in here, guys. I think I'm gonna go lay down. I got to work early. I'm gonna keep watching you guys.
All All right,
But
brother.
let's see who else wants to jump in here. I appreciate you popping me in, man, and I'll pop in another one.
All right,
All right.
buddy.
You guys be good.
All right.
See ya.
See you.
Watching, guys. Let's see who else wants to jump in here. I appreciate you popping me in, man.
You gotta mute your television, your computer, or whatever.
Yankees Hall of Fame collector. What's going on, man?
What's up?
So what are you thinking about all this Hall of Fame talk?
I'm just interested to see who gets in. I'm so glad that Jeter's getting in.
That's a no-brainer, though.
Another thing to consider too is that I've noticed is just how they vote. I feel like it's weird that they it isn't just a simple yes or no for riders anymore. They vote to prove a point. Like if you're not a first ballot, they're weighing first ballot Hall of Famers versus mid 5-year Hall of Famers or something. It's weird how they're weighing people. And not only that, I think it's weird. I mean, the Hall, right? It's the whole Cooperstown is dead the whole year. You can pull up and park right in the front. The place is a ghost town. So come Hall of Fame weekend, the place is crazy. So, if Marvin Miller gets in, who passed away, and nobody else gets in, nobody's going to Cooperstown induction weekend. They have to have a player. So, like this year, if Jeter got in, perfect. They don't need anybody else, But next year, look at next year's ballot. Look at the first-year people that are in there. There's nobody Hall of Fame worthy next year, in my estimation. Right? So then next year, who do you have? If you're going to wait for Bonds and Clemens till their 10th year, which is the year after. For me, that's when Schilling gets in next year. That's what I think. Right? So then next year, who do you have?
I heard a very interesting point made today on MLB Network, and I can't remember who it was that made this point, but they said that we're talking about a museum here, right? We're not talking about letting them into heaven, So I thought that was kind of an interesting take as far as because they were talking about the steroid guys, and he was making the case that they should be in.
And those guys have their stuff all over the hall. Pete Rose has his stuff hanging everywhere inside there. Barry Bonds has that ball with the asterisk or whatever that the guy bought, and that's there. Those guys have their stuff all over the hall. Pete Rose has
Yankees, turn your volume down on your computer. You can hear it going. Or whatever you're watching it on. There you go. What's up, Jeremy? Can you hear us, Jeremy?
No, he can't, I guess. Can you hear us, Jeremy?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
I hear you now. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a delay or something or what.
Let me try on my laptop again. My camera wasn't working.
I can hear a lot of echo.
Yeah, Yankees. I'm gonna take you out real quick and see what's going on.
Was that what it was? Yeah, it was an echo.
That's him.
Yeah, it's hard when if it's streaming on something or you're watching it somewhere and then you're trying to keep up with everything. What's up, man? Everybody keeps locking up.
I know. I was like, is he frozen?
All right, I got another idea. Anybody want to talk to Bob Lewis? Let's see if Bob Lewis wants to join us.
Bob Lewis? The legendary Bob Lewis?
The Bob Lewis. The Bob Lewis. And this will be cool. I'll get to say something here in just a second. Let's see.
So
Bob,
have you picked up anything cool lately, Bill?
I'm going 90s. You guys know that. So I've been, nothing crazy, but
I'm
I don't know.
interested to see. Yeah, when are you going to put out your next video? Because I know you talked about in your last one you were going to start showing some 90s stuff.
Maybe I'll shoot something tomorrow night and post something tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
I'm usually posting them at like 2-3 a.m.
I saw the one cool card that you kind of showed a glimpse of it last time. I saw that one on Instagram. That's a cool card. I love that thing.
That's my childhood.
Yeah.
You know, nostalgia's hitting me. And you guys, there's some tubers that are just straight up bad influences on me.
No, I'm not a bad influence on you.
Yeah. Did you open much of that product as a kid, Bill?
I opened packs. I remember as early as like 91, like the yellow Fleer cards.
Yeah.
I remember like getting off a Little League with my big league shoe, you know, and just and getting packs or whatever. But I want to say 94 to 96. I want to say maybe a little bit in 97, so not 98. I was already past. I just totally stopped. But I would say like I loved Fleer Ultra. Just loved Fleer Ultra. Gold medallions, you know, just loved them. I did pull a platinum medallion. I still have that card. Dan Wilson. Nobody knows who Dan Wilson is.
He's a catcher, right?
Catcher for the Mariners.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're in with the two guys that knew Dan Wilson.
That's it. And I also liked Metal Universe. Those cards were just awesome. And Flair.
Even the base cards on Metal Universe were insane, right?
They're incredible.
Yeah. Flair was interesting. Like, I may be in the minority, but I didn't care for the packaging for Flair.
Oh, the little boxes shrink wrapped or whatever?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't like that.
Bob Lewis texted, he said, awesome, give me a couple of minutes. Like, we're on his timetable, you know.
We're live, Bob.
I got too many people wanting to come and not enough time. I mean, I don't know what to do here. So,
listen, people jump on, I'll jump off.
Well, let's get Bob on here. We've got Joey and Snoop wants to come on. I think I sent Snoop the link. I think I did already, Snoop. Or Xavier. His real name's Xavier. Everybody calls him Snoop. But so Bill, what do you think about like Scott Rowland and these kind of mid-tier guys?
I don't know if you guys talked about him, but he surprises the heck out of me because I never viewed him as a Hall of Famer, to be honest. Right. So he's really high in the percentages right now, a lot higher than other people that I would have thought would have been way higher. So I don't know. I don't know if this has been touched on, but it's a big surprise.
Yeah,
it's so funny because we said almost the exact thing that you just said.
Yeah, he just blows my mind that he's even that high. I don't get it.
Even before we started the live stream, we talked about that, about how Scott Rowland was like way higher than what we thought.
Who's this guy?
I'm in the show.
Can you please introduce yourself, sir, for people that don't know who you are?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Lewis. I can't believe I considered changing that name like in my first 2 months, you know? I remember that was like the first time I told anybody that like I had a YouTube channel. They checked it out. I saw them a week later. They said, cool stuff, but you gotta have a cooler name than that, man. Like, what's wrong with my name? But whatever. Look at me now, right?
It's caught on.
I owe all that to Eric, for real. And then I think it just Andy, Nostalgic About Baseball, said it's like a cult. A cult following, man. I'm like, whoa.
Well, I am excited because I want you three to know that if voting into today, quick update, you would all three be in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So
almost congratulations. Wow.
Well, we still got 11 days, so I can't quite say can come in, but right now it's
there's still time for people to make sure that better people.
Like, wait a minute, these three Jamoke. Well, us, me, and you, Andy. Us two Jamokes are going to get in. You know, Bill actually deserves to get in, probably.
There's some people that just got motivated to go make a video just to keep us out, Bob.
The videos are amazing this year.
Oh, some of the quality of the videos has been just outstanding.
I'm pretty excited to release mine when I do. I gotta do a little bit more staging, if you will.
Staging.
Yeah.
Bill, are you going to do a vote?
I am. I just got to figure out how, because I don't want to be plain Jane.
JT set the bar so high, right? Like it's like funny.
I'm glad that I put mine out early, because now I don't have like all of this stuff to live up to as far as the quality goes of the videos. You guys have waited around, and now you got a high standard.
I set a high standard for myself, though. So
I tried to set the bar low, and then people like JT came in and they like raised it, man.
Yeah.
So give us a little teaser, Bob. Like, what can we look forward to in your video?
I'll just say high school yearbook.
I love it. I love it. My imagination is
right.
But Bob, as much as your name has become kind of a cult topic, you've got Andy, of course, greatest YouTube name ever.
Absolutely.
Me with the most boring. I might as well just have called myself Mike. I'm just baseball collector. Like how
you're the
lame.
BBC man.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm not even going there.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about names, I mean, Bill practically has Hall of Fame in his name already.
So. Boring. I'm right behind Mike. Those are boring names.
The Hall of Fame collector.
I mean,
but
you have
Bill, the Hall of Fame collector, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's catchy.
And if you don't have the part, it doesn't work. But it's funny.
Bill was the first person I saw at the National last year.
Really?
I didn't even recognize you.
I
didn't even recognize you because you were so tall.
Dude,
that's right. I had atmosphere around my head.
Yeah. I said the same thing, Bill, about Bob. I was like, God, dude, you're like, how tall are you?
It's that Norwegian bloodline, man.
Yeah.
Like practically a Viking.
Are you home yet, Bob? Or are you still out?
No, I'm home. Yeah, I'm home. I got my my buddy here.
So, Bob, who are your votes for the Hall of Fame? Like the not the YouTube, but I'm talking about baseball. Like who? Because tomorrow night's the induction. Who do you vote in?
So I mean, to be honest, guys, I defer to like a lot of you guys on this. I don't have any original thought. I'm not a big. I don't subscribe to the Bond shouldn't be in, McGuire shouldn't be in, Clement shouldn't be in. I think those guys were like defined the game when they played, you know. So they to me deserve to be in. But I was listening earlier to the discussion on like Larry Walker and stuff, and I mean, you guys, you know, I hear cases made for both ways. Like, yeah, he should get in, and I'm like, I hear all the stats to back that up, and then I hear the counterpoint. I'm like, yeah, I get that too. So I don't know. So does that mean he's on the fence for me? I guess so. Is Jeter going to get the unanimous? That seems to be the only thing that I'm really. Yeah, Jason Bay in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I can't see the comments, so I apologize if people are like. I try to flip back and forth to the comments on my phone, and then I boot myself out of the stream like every time. So
if somebody's making fun of you, Bob, I'll make sure to put it up there so you can see
it. I appreciate it. Which you might have to take that back because now you've opened the floodgates up. And,
oh, that was my.
So like here, I mean, I'll be completely honest. Like that Simmons dude that got in already, I I had not heard his name until Bing Scott did a video saying like he could get in. You know what I mean? So my historic knowledge of the game of baseball is subpar. Well, actually, it's probably over par, which means it's bad.
Right. Ted Simmons was a very, very good pick by the Veterans Committee. What do you think, Bill?
I had to rush and get his autograph, so I'll yeah. I'm rushing right now to get Larry Walker's. I'm surprised I didn't have it. I don't know.
Is Omar Vizquel still in the discussion, or?
Yeah, he's at 30. Hold on. Vizquel is at 30. Oh, I'm sorry, 49%.
Wow.
So yes,
Very much.
If somebody gets over 50% at any point, they're pretty much going to eventually get in. That's a trajectory for induction, is doing that.
So if you were a guy like Jason Bay, there's no way he'll ever get a vote. Like, do you want to be that guy that gets like no votes and is like off the ballot the first? Like, can I just, as Jason Bay, go to the MLB and be like, just leave me off? Like, I don't need the embarrassment. Like, I'm a realist. I'm not getting in. Just don't even consider me. You know, like that would be me, anyways.
So
that's a good point.
Eric Cobb has 1 vote. Rafael Furcal has 0 votes. So you got to think, if you're Rafael Furcal, you're like, dude, why did y'all even what's the point?
Just because I've been out of baseball for the allotted time doesn't
right. Yeah. That's funny. I was actually, and you guys obviously, I know Bill and Mike know a lot more about the Hall of Fame than I do, but are you guys kind of surprised that Omar Vizquel is that high right now?
Yes.
Because I was pretty shocked by that.
To me, he's not a Hall of Famer. And I know there will be people in the comments that completely disagree, and that's okay. Great defensive short. I mean, literally a generational type defensive shortstop. You know, everybody goes, well, look at Ozzie Smith or look at Louis Aparicio and
Bill Mazeroski.
I mean, I get it.
Omar was 32 hits from 3,000.
He played for like 37 years. Or something.
Did that change your mind, Mike, if he had 32 more hits?
Sadly, yes. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah,
I know.
It wouldn't for me.
It makes any sense. I'm not saying I'm right. Yes, it does matter.
I look at the Hall of Fame, I guess, and I don't know, maybe from like a newer generation's perspective, as far as I look at the peak rather than like the accumulators. Does that make sense? I like the guys that had the big peak years, not somebody that just played for like 25 years. Julio Frank, yeah, he was an accumulator.
I think he's still playing. Ground.
So has his clock started yet? Like, so isn't that what Palmeiro was doing? Like, still sort of playing baseball. So like his clock hadn't started yet.
No, he was off the ballot after 1 year.
Palmeiro?
Yes.
Wow.
3,000 hits, 500 home runs, gone in 1 year. Crazy.
So Bill, how do you feel about that? Like guys that were like just studs for like a few years versus guys that were compilers for 20 years?
I have a big respect for the milestones. So like Paul Molitor's a compiler, 3,000 hits, he's in. You know, if you hit those milestones, you're in. But then you also, like, for me, I have, like, I think I mentioned it earlier, like Albert Bell, like that dude for like 7-8 years was just insane, absolutely insane. And then he just drops off, like, you know, like Koufax, short period of time, and then drops off early.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to weigh everything. There's no definitive thing, you know?
Because I think Jimmy Guns, he brought this guy up, and I've had this discussion with Mike and Eric and some of these guys before about Roger Maris. I think Maris should be in.
No.
Mike obviously doesn't. I mean, if you were back-to-back MVP on a team with Mickey Mantle and you broke the home run record, but you broke the most famous record in baseball. To me, he deserves to be in.
All right.
Is he better than Harold Baines?
That should not be our new standard for crying out loud.
I know, but that's the bar.
I remember last year when the Harold Baines thing was going on, and somebody did a contest about players it was Beantown. He did like who's getting snubbed from the Hall of Fame, and I picked Dave Parker, and I used Harold Baines as my like marker, you know what I mean, as my like barometer. And but people in the comments were like, so do you realize you just made a case for Harold Baines to be in the Hall of Fame? You know what I mean? Like,
hey, Bill, I'm kicking you off, brother.
Very good.
Later, Bill.
All right,
Robert,
thank you.
Andy.
Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to remove Bob Lewis. There you go.
Bob got the boot for a second, too.
Jeremy's tried like 18 times to get on this live stream. So.
What's up, Jeremy?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, here we are.
Nice.
While I was trying to get everything set up, I knocked a stack of 59 Topps autograph cards off my desk. So there's that.
Did you
I knock stacks of 59 Topps autographs off my desk all the time.
Yeah. I'm getting them ready to send off to Beckett Authentication. They're running the special this month.
Nice.
Don't waste your money, Jeremy. Send it to PSA. Come on.
Well, this sounds like a whole new.
It's Steve Grad over there, so I mean, it's all pretty much the same stuff. Same guy.
I know. Yeah, we could have a whole nother. That could be a podcast, Bob.
I like it, but not from me and Mark, because
for you and Mark.
What do we know about that?
No, you bring people onto your podcast to talk about it that do know that kind of stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, I like that. Who's the who are the next players or anybody who's closest to 3,000 hits now? Who's the next closest to get it? Is there anybody? I was just when you guys were talking about like the 300 wins, like if you get these magical milestones, it's like you're guaranteed 500 home runs, 3,000 hits, 300 wins. You know. Now, 200 wins is like the new pitcher mark. So is like 2,500 hits going to be the new hitter mark? I don't know.
I think 3,000 strikeouts is the new pitcher mark.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, 300 wins is never happening again.
Significantly less relevant, which is, I think, silly, but they didn't ask me. So,
you think what's silly?
That wins doesn't matter anymore like it used to for a pitcher. Isn't the whole point of pitching a game is to win the game? Like that's your ultimate goal.
It is, but I mean, like
Jacob
DeGrom, like he can't help it that. Sorry, Eric, but the Mets suck.
Yeah, I think year to year wins don't matter, but over a career it does. You can have bad years, up years, down years, but over a career you're gonna see who's the better pitchers by win totals.
Yeah. How many games would Bob Gibson have won if his team could actually hit?
How many wins would Felix Hernandez have right now?
If Bob Gibson would have played on the Mets the last couple of years, he would have won probably the same amount that DeGrom did, though.
True.
I mean, I don't know. The wins is, I don't know. I can see both sides, but to me, it's kind of more of a team thing. So a team wins the game, you should count it.
Has Mike Trout's image taken a hit at all? I haven't been following. I don't have cable, so I don't get all the updated whatever.
No, it's kind of died off very quickly because of the retraction by Mr. Brocious, who said,
"Oh, I didn't know that." All right.
MLB came out too and said there's no active waivers for HGH.
Correct. Which means it's not true. Well, at least they're saying it's not true.
Yeah.
Let's say if he did have a thyroid issue and he was able to take it for that issue, would anybody have a problem with it?
No.
I think they all.
Yeah, I mean, somebody will. Of course, somebody will.
I'm just asking you guys.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys. I know somebody will have a problem with it.
Right. I know who will. Jason, Zombie Collector, will have a problem with it.
He will probably be filming something about it in his car.
That's right.
Pretty soon,
That's right.
I'm guessing.
We call him like Mike
on a dark
Catfish
street
or something. You know?
Dark Street.
Yeah.
What's going on, Snoop?
What's up, guys?
Xavier.
Xavier, have you met
back.
Jeremy before? If you haven't, meet Jeremy.
Hello.
What's up, Jeremy?
How you doing?
All right.
Good.
And Jimmy F, yes, I do owe Filmington a beer at National because he was looking at a war stat, I was looking at a win stat, and we bet a beer. So I owe him a beer at National.
You know what else you owe us, Snoop, is a new episode of Around the Hobby. But hey, that's another topic.
I think you owe us a few, actually.
I owe a lot. I haven't done one of those since October?
So you just get us all excited about your show, and then you give us enough to get us like super stoked, and then you stop doing them. That's going to be like buying this podcast. That's going to just
part of it was my computer crashed, and I had to not get too technical, reformat it, or rather, my brother did, and I've loaded in a lot of new software. For example, Mike, I can tell you that you have 2,700 subs. You've gained 2 subs in the last 60 minutes and 107 in the last 48 hours.
Well,
107 subs in 2 days?
Yeah, I've got all sorts of stats on anything I do now, and
you're a stalker. You're a stalker. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, but hey, no. I need to go help you. Something. I'm going to remove myself from you for talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Jeremy, so I watched your video of your recent finds.
Yes.
That was incredible, dude. Like I'm a big basketball guy, so that Metal Universe box, that's yes, I thought I saw you go pick that up over there. That's impressive.
Wow. Is that precious metals?
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is retail, so there's no precious metal gems in this one.
That's still though.
No, it's $1,000 box.
Yes.
So for $10.
Yeah.
What's so good about it then? I mean, I know the Metal Universe has some awesome stuff, but if there's not the gems in it, what's making it?
The gems, just like a rising tide, all ships. The gems brought up all the other inserts from that set.
Wow.
And some great looking cards too.
Oh yeah.
Or
even the base Jordan in a 10, just the base card went for like $1,000 here recently.
Wow. Are the linchpins, or those, is that in that year?
I think so. Yeah.
Is it 97, 98?
97,
Yeah.
98. Yeah.
I stopped after the Kobe year.
Yeah, it's got Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady rookies that year.
Yep.
I actually went back yesterday and picked up some more. Here, let me I picked these 2 up for $1. $1 for both.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow, patch auto, rookie, the gold refractor.
For $1.
Both of these for $1.
What?
50 cents each.
Must have been a Satanist selling those.
Yeah. But yeah, that I
for 2 of them.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
So, Andy, you're a basketball guy. It looks like Jeremy's got some knowledge. So, basketball is pretty big deal right now, and like all the guys that I collected growing up are now like getting in the Hall of, or up for the Hall of Fame. Like, so it's kind of cool to see. Obviously, like, what is it? Kobe, Garnett, and Duncan are this year.
Yeah.
That's a pretty huge class.
That's a strong class right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I even heard like Chauncey Billups is getting consideration. Like I don't know if he'll get in, but like
I mean, I think he'll definitely get some strong consideration.
like he's an accumulator type of guy, right? Don't you think?
I mean,
Is he ever the best player on a team?
They had like 5 really good players like on those Pistons teams, you know.
Yeah.
You had him, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and what was it Tayshaun Prince, the other guy?
Was Grant Hill still there, or was that
No.
after he was on?
Grant Hill was gone. I don't know. Billups, he might have been the best player on that team.
I think Wallace, Rasheed.
Oh, Rasheed was good. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it is cool, like to see some of those guys. You know, finally, it makes us feel old, is what it does to me.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
but I look forward to sending on. You know, So I don't collect really basketball. Like basketball right now for me is a like I'm gonna grade all my Kobe's and Jordans and dunk. You know what I mean? And just try to like sell them to support my hobby in other areas. You know.
Well, I saw you picked up that Shaq Kaboom.
Shaq is my man, though. Like that's my one. It's funny, and I don't think I've ever like. I've never like really followed his career. He was just there. It is. Who is that?
Russell Westbrook, man.
That's your boy. That's your boy. That's a nice looking set, man.
I know. I love those.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I never played basketball. I played like in my church league, you know, and I was never really into basketball, but for some reason that Shaq madness in the hobby, like we were all in. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah. So what have you been picking up, Snoop? Anything cool?
Well, a lot of stuff that I haven't opened, really. I mean, like in the last video, you know what? I'll show you guys the mess I'm working with real quick. This is what's going on in my office right now. Nothing but a huge freaking mess.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, that's a lot of what I have going on now. And
so you got some sorting to do.
This is a box that had came in sometime in December. I need to open up. Naturally, the big 7-pounder here from Aaron Davis needs to be opened. This one, Brentwood Sports Cards, needs to be. I feel like Pepino Man. You know, Pepino will go through these spurts of all of a sudden he's got stacks and stacks of stuff to open up. I feel like him. I mean, I've still got boxes of. Took it out of that one. Give me a second.
I don't know how you guys do that. Like when when I've bought a card and I go to the mailbox and get it, I have that thing open before I walk in the house. You know?
These are boxes of 2019 Chrome update. Still sealed. Not even all that interested in opening that box up.
Man.
How about I was at my dad's, and my dad will sort of like he'll buy retail wax, you know, and just keep it aside. And when I'm up there, sometimes he'll like toss a box my way or something. So I was helping him a couple weekends ago, probably a month ago before Christmas and that. And I said, yeah, sure, let's open one. So he goes into his magic bin and he pulls out a 2018 Topps Update Chrome, which is the Soto, you know, and I'm like, I don't think I should open this, you know, like I look on eBay real quick and they were at the time were selling for like $60-$70, you know, and I'm just like, I'm going to say, so then he pulls out like the paper version of the same year. I'm like, that's got Acuna, Soto, everybody else, Torres. So it was like 4 before like we got like Bowman Platinum from 2019. I was like, all right, I will open this because like, you know, all right. But he must have like, so saving wax, when you brought that up, Snoop, it was like, you're not really worried about opening it. Like I see Eric has that wall of wax in the back of him, you know. Andy, you shave wax, don't you?
I've
And
got
then Jeremy's got the skybox. Like, are you going to open that box, Jeremy?
No, I'm selling that box.
Right. So
Yeah.
I
That's
just
part
can
of
never.
the reason why I'm not. Well, these have been opened. I opened 2 of these already. Is I think if I hold on to them, I can sell them for more next year than what I paid for them. I only paid like $15 for them. I bought them through Target when I did that video, and I think I can sell them next year and use the money to enhance more stuff in my collection.
Yeah. Jeremy will appreciate this one right here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What, 14? Is that Giannis?
Yeah, 13. 14. Yeah.
Giannis. Wow. That's like a $700 raw card now, isn't it?
I think it's probably still for that in a 10.
Oh, really?
Just the base. Yeah.
The base raw though is at least 300 or 400 though, isn't it?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think every guy here that's on the stream with us will tell you that you should take the proceeds from selling that box and come to the National.
Yeah, Eric's already gotten on to me for that. That's what he told me. I'm working on the wife right now to get approval for that one.
Bob, how would you, in 3 sentences, describe the National?
In 3 sentences, describe the National. The National. Do I have to like complete? Like, are you gonna like check my grammar? Or something? Okay. Like subject. I don't have a. Okay. The National was everything I expected it to be and more. The friendships that I've made on YouTube were just magnified at the National. It wasn't weird at all. Like somebody said that in their recap. Like if I met you at the National, it wouldn't be weird because like I know you, man. I see you right there, So I feel like we get an idea of who each other are before. How many sentences is this? Is this like 18 sentences?
A lot of sentences.
It'll leave you wanting more for sure. I don't get too many shows around my way. I get one decent like big weekend show in May in Pittsburgh, and there's some little mall or like Knights of Columbus shows, but I don't get to those very much. So the National is where it was at for sure.
Yeah,
I can
same thing here.
I can sum it up in 4 words for you guys. Filmington will be there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, Bob, for you and for Andy, your next National will be very different because you will be most likely YouTube Hall of Famers. And so, Bob, you're going to have people coming up wanting your autograph and selfie with you. And
look at that.
Snoop knows. Look at it. You got it in a perfect fit sleeve, for crying out loud.
I'm going to have to buy a denim jacket just so I can sew that patch on there.
That's right. Here's your patch right here, ready to go. I wrote Bob the back of it, ready to go.
I'm still trying to get my list down. It's hard this year.
Yeah.
Every year it just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. So I'm down to like 15, and I don't even know where to cut the other 5 from.
Well, just get rid of Filmington and Blue Jacket because they're automatically in.
And Bob
Well,
Lewis.
I should get rid of Filmington anyway because he was right on a few picks, and so I'm not liking him right now.
Yeah, you hold grudges, right? You hold grudges, so you're not in, Phil.
Exactly. There you go.
I can almost hear him weeping over the stream right now.
Bob charging. Yeah. I was unaware that Bob was already charging for autographs, but
Yeah. Hey, Bob, if you make it in the hall, you've got to charge more. Baines did. Everybody else does. You're giving up your time.
Okay. My custom cards will be something to be sought after then for sure.
That's right. You got to get a complete Hall of Famer set,
Now, Mike and Andy, and Bob, I think you're a PSA guy also. What do you think about Collectors Universe possibly moving that technology over to PSA with the microchips and the AI stuff
They
to
said
help deter a lot of fraud?
Go ahead, Jeremy.
They announced that they're going to. So I mean, I'm all for more technology in the slabs to keep people from the funny business with the fake slabs that I've seen people down here in San Antonio. I know one guy that buys the slabs from China, has them with the little PSA logo on them, and slabs his own cards. He's not good with the label, but the slab itself looks pretty good. So
What's the downside? I mean, just the cost will go up a little bit, probably.
I mean, the cost is already going up.
So, yeah,
there is no downside.
I know for the coin side, they're charging I think it's like $5 more because they have PCGS has two different holders. You have the regular holder, then you have the gold shield holder, which has, it's all the greatest, latest technology into that holder with the logo, and they're coming now with the microchips. They're scanned. They're running through an AI software to create fingerprints. So, that technology will slowly roll over. I think they're going to, and it's because they're using, I'm guessing, 64 unique identification marks to create the fingerprint. If they do that to a card, then if that card ever comes back, whether you cracked it out the slab or you decided, you know what, I'm going to take this little edge off. When they scan that card again, it'll come up because of the unique fingerprint. And that would tell them, hey, we've already graded this card. The scans come up, and then they can really take a close look at it to see what's changed on it.
I put this out here. So my thought on it is great with the chip. All that stuff's cool. To me, unless you really know that that's still the same card that was originally in that slab, whatever they do to the slabs, the crooks will figure it out. And so my proposal, which got absolutely just people thought I was batshit crazy when I said, just like they do on autographs, people don't know this, but on their autographs now, they put invisible ink on the item when they authenticate an autograph. Like it can be a letter from Christy Mathewson or a Ty Cobb check. They're stamping it with their special ink that can only be seen through whatever they use. And I think you could do that to a card. And that would, somewhere, who's playing Take Me Out to the Ball?
That's my ringer.
If you stamp the card with that, some invisible ink, you'll never know. And it then becomes, all right, card with its serial number and the grade and all that stuff, you could figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thought on it would be the slab to me is not going to solve the problem of them grading altered cards and putting them in the slab. Like it doesn't, like to me that's like a bigger issue. And to me, I don't know, this kind of seems like maybe a little bit of a deflection from that. I mean, to me, they just need to get a ruler. Like, can somebody buy them like a ruler at PSA? Because it's very simple to just measure a card. And if it doesn't measure it up, sorry, it doesn't get the grade.
Yeah, I think LA Collections has it right. The technology is nice because, looking at a card like this, there we go. There would be probably 64 or 124 points the AI uses in the scan to fingerprint it. And if you send it back in for a resubmission, you may not like the grade or something. The AI is going to pick up, we've already scanned and checked this card. Why is it back here? So I think that's probably the biggest downside to it. The advantage to it that I really see is it helps deter a lot of fraud.
Yeah. So let me see if I'm hearing this correctly. Like, would that basically put an end to like crack and resubs then?
I don't know how it would work. Like I said, it's something they just started. It was in January. It started in their coin side on PCGS. So the reason they're doing it on PCGS's side is they're trying to catch fake coins, artificial toning, cleaning, all of that. So we sort of had the same thing going on with the trim card scandal, cards being cleaned, being touched up, all of that slipping through. So because of that, I think they're going to move it over. It's no word yet on how everything's going on the coin side, because grading on the coin side is normally about 3 to 4 weeks. So I guess we'll just have to see in a couple months how it's going on the coin side. And I'm assuming if everything's going good there, they're going to eventually roll it out to the cards.
Bob, did you get a beer?
Interesting.
I did.
Well, Bob's got a beer.
There.
I've got this.
See that? Always trying to one up me, Snoop.
100 proof.
Nah. Yeah, I'm
Why
country,
is
man.
Jeremy muted himself? Doesn't talk anymore? Is he frozen?
Who?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy.
I think he's frozen.
He's
He
frozen.
looks like a statue.
He's frozen or very intense. One of the two.
There you go, Guns. Pouring up, brother. I learned from watching you going live in your auctions.
I'm going to remove Jeremy. Let's see if that helps. I mean, let's put him in. Oh, wait, no, he's still frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I'll wait for him to move some more. The thing that sucks about it is I know I own, excuse me, it's incredibly highly probable that I own altered cards, and there's not a darn thing I can do about it. So what am I, I'll never know.
Yeah.
But what are you
I'm
drinking?
curious. I'm very curious about what they're doing with the cards they're getting back.
Great Lakes, Edmund Fitzgerald.
I want to know if they're putting those in, reslabbing them, but putting them in an authentic altered slab and then reselling them, because it's a great way for a lot of people that can't afford the PSA 9s and 8s of a lot of these great Hall of Famers and great players. You know, you can afford to get the card. It's altered, but it's still the card, and add it to your collection.
All this PSA talk, like, I still just want to know why I got the grade that I got, like the way they do it now,
Yeah. And there are videos on YouTube from PSA on how they grade and how you should set your room up. Exactly the loops that they use. They use 7x multi-lens magnifiers.
40 watt halogen ball. Was it 40 or 50 watt halogen ball? Yeah, I saw that video. I like the the one that's like the real cheesy one that's on YouTube.
Exactly.
Is like the guy's just like holding his card and he's like, he doesn't have gloves on, It's just real funny. Like, I hope that's not the way they do it,
No.
I
don't think
guys,
that.
It's we've been on 2 hours, and I pity the fool that wasn't on here at all and wants to watch this back over the next couple of days. It's gonna take like 6 sittings or something for somebody to watch this back. But
yeah,
I'm gonna kick all you guys off. I'm gonna talk to Andy a couple minutes, and then we're gonna
cheers
bolt off here. Thank you guys for coming on.
Right.
Yeah,
nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, nice meeting you all.
Yep.
Hopefully I can meet all you guys in AC.
Is that autographed?
That's autographed.
Wow.
That'll be a giveaway coming up here soon.
I win.
Jeez, good way to close off.
I better go sub to you now.
I'm going to sub now.
Jeez, Louis. Yeah, if y'all haven't checked out Jeremy, you should. His channel's great. So check him out. Thanks
See you guys
for everything. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Later.
See ya.
Okay.
See you guys.
Later.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. That was a little bit longer than what we initially thought we would do. We were thinking about an hour, but it's is what it is, right?
So much fun. Seems like these are a hit. So I think we need to keep doing this. What do you say?
Yeah.
So
I'm
we'll
all
do
about it, man.
we'll do another one maybe in February. We'll kind of do them once a month. I think that's a good pace. Doesn't get us too crazy. And I just want to say thanks to everybody for hopping on at whatever point you did. I want to thank you for all our guests tonight that joined us. And
Yeah.
it's mildly chaotic and trying to figure it out. And Andy and I haven't got it down perfectly yet, but we're working on it and just want to make it a good experience to try to expose you to just different opinions than just him and I sitting here blabbing for 2 hours. But hope you all enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. Like it, find new channels through the comments, read it all. And Andy, you want to say anything else before we roll?
No, man. Just appreciate everybody that, showed up and was, commenting and hanging out. I mean, I think it's a good place for people just to kind of hang out too,
Yeah.
They're talking amongst themselves in the comments, and that's always fun to do on these live feeds as well.
Yeah, Jimmy was sorting cards and
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. We'll watch the Hall of Fame induction tomorrow night. We'll see if Jeter gets 100%. We'll see if anybody else is going to be joining him in the 2020 Baseball Hall of Fame class. Thanks again to everybody, and we'll catch you guys soon.
All right. Later.